Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling, going about their day. Nice and lovely, you know how it is. I'm doing pretty alright. You know, I decided, quick update, real quick. Remember how yesterday I was like, man, they're over here charging fucking, I wanted to do greedier mode. They're over here charging an arm and a leg for an Xbox 360 on like DK Oldies. This is some bullshit or whatever. I decided to do a little bit more digging as to why mine only costed $80. It's because it was the 4GB console. However, you can just as easily buy a hard drive, like an actual hard drive for the Xbox 360 Slim, to make it have 300 something gigabytes. You know how much it cost me? All right, you're not gonna believe it. All right, you're not gonna believe it's such a crazy number. You are not gonna believe what I'm about to say. It cost me $20,000. What the hell? It cost me $25, bro. All right. It cost $25 on top of the $80 spent for the console to get actual storage so I can actually play the Xbox original games that I bought. So all in all, the console cost me $100, which, if we're gonna go by the whole DK Oldies shit I was talking about yesterday, is still cheaper by a whole $20, or if it was a higher model, would be cheaper by an, like, you know, like the 180, it's cheaper by a whole ass $90, you know? So I'm gonna be real, trust me, I was about ready to admit defeat, you know? I was gonna be like, you know what, man? I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. But in this scenario, I'm gonna be insufferable and I'm gonna say I was not incorrect with my statement there, bro. Alright? I was not incorrect with my statement, and I still stand by that it was a good deal. In fact, a phenomenal deal. So there's a quick little Tony update for you guys in regards to the saga of Tony buying an Xbox, you feel me? Oh, he literally like ran the length of bro. That was kind of goated damage. But, my bad, hold on. Whew. Try not to die. I always feel really bad doing these specific runs. I'd be thinking, Tony, why is that? Mainly just because, it's not like I feel bad, like I feel guilty or something. But it's mainly just because these runs are hard as shit. Oh, you know what? World's first actually decent trinket. Spawning a spider occasionally when I'm in a hostile room. Brother, I'm always in a hostile room in greed mode, so I feel like we just get pure benefits from that, right? Am I stupid in thinking that? Am I stupid in thinking that's how it works? Maybe there's a limit. Maybe it's like, oh, only one per or whatever. I don't care. The fact that I'm getting a spider I would not have is what I'm trying to say. So I think it is a good deal. A theme. Oh no. I would want a theme actually, but okay, I'm glad. It might sound like a stupid idea, but the way I see it, alright, the way that my mind sees it is I get to get free enemies every, like, you know, once every floor, or maybe even twice every floor. I get to pull and get some pretty good enemy, like, help. Let's just start it while we're here. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's the update. I bought a freaking officially licensed, because apparently, I did not know this. If you want to play original Xbox games on a 360, it needs a hard drive, because the hard drive has like a partition for the emulator. that emulates all the original Xbox hardware. So what I did is I had to go on eBay and I bought an officially licensed Microsoft hard drive. You know, it has the words Xbox 360 on it. It was made by Microsoft. And I bought that online, 300 gigabyte version for like 25 bucks. So once that comes in, I'll be able to play my classic Xbox games that I know and love, you know? Which I'm very happy about, honestly. And I started playing Need for Speed Most Wanted again. Oh my god, bro. Alright, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be... You guys know how much of like... I am of like the kind of person that hates on people that are like, oh man, this game series is dead. Or like, oh, it was better when it was, you know... The game was better when I was younger or whatever. Y'all know how much of like I hate that in terms of like Call of Duty Zombies and shit like that, you know? Like, it's not news that Tony isn't a fan of that, what I deem just incorrect like rhetoric, bro. Y'all know that I love me older games, and I'm a fan of being open to new games ideas and whatnot, you feel me? Now, with that being said, you know, I'm gonna be honest here, with that being said, I am not opposed to admitting when I'm wrong, and low-key, I think that's facts when it comes to the beautiful and luxurious game known as Need for Speed Most Wanted. Because, oh my goodness, brother. That game is peak. Like, I don't know what you want me to say other than spit facts. That game is genuinely like one of God's most top tier video games of all time. I did not mean to put my coin in that, bro. Local man puts his coin in something. Very interesting why he said that. But dude, like it's so goated, man. It's just as peak as I remember it being. That is what I'm trying to say. My bad. I realized I was getting a little like caught off guard first. Not caught off guard, but like I wasn't making any sense. But I'm not even joking, alright? I'm being dead ass. It is as peak as I remember it being, bro. What the fuck happened? Why did the bomb move to me? I almost died. What? I didn't even realize it. I almost died. I almost lost a heart without even realizing it, bro. But yeah, I'm being so for real when I say that, alright? I'm being dead ass. But I was playing Need for Speed Most Wanted again, alright? I was giving it, you know, because I was like, that is unfortunately one of the Xbox 360 games that is not backwards compatible at all on Xbox One, if I remember correctly. So, if I had an Xbox One with a disc, I would not be able to play Xbox 360's Need for Speed Most Wanted. I would have to go and get a real life Xbox 360. So I did. I played it again, and I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's beautiful. Alright? I was having the time of my life playing that game again, dog. I don't know what the hell they cooked up when they made that game initially, but they were cooking up something fierce, is all I'm trying to say. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They were cooking up something fierce, something mighty, dare I say, goated. Because I have played modern Need for Speeds, okay? I'm gonna be honest, alright? I'm gonna be real and speak my truth on where I'm coming from here. I have played multiple modern Need for Speeds. I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, like the remake, quote unquote, not even remake, but like, you know, the game of the same name that came out on Xbox One and PS4. I played Most Wanted. All right. I played me a good chunk of Need for Speed Heat. I believe it's the, what's the purple one? I think that's Heat. What's the purple one? Purple guy. Oh, that's at Freddy's. I've played me a good chunk of Need for Speed Heat, I believe is the name, which is the one that's like predominantly purple. All right. And you could think me stupid, you know. You could be like, Tony, that doesn't warrant blah, 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 you know, whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. As far as I see it, I have a pretty, like, I've given the modern games a little bit of a fair shake, is what I'm trying to say. All right? I've given some of the, what's the green one? The green one, I tried that one too. I can't remember the name. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say they are bad games, all right? They're not God's worst thing ever created. But as someone who's a fan of the series, in my mind, I feel like it lacks a little bit of, that was stupid as shit, Tony. I feel like it lacks a little bit of like, what's the word? I don't want to say taste, but that might be facts. It lacks the flavor. It lacks that Need for Speed flavor. All right, I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna say my piece. I'm tired of being silenced by the media in this opinion. But compared to Most Wanted, at least, bro, it just doesn't have that charm. It's missing that, like, that je ne sais quoi or whatever. I'm probably using these words wrong, but I don't care. They're funny to say. Dare I say they lack the aura, all right? Dare I say the stupid phrase, but I feel like the modern Need for Speed titles lack the aura that, like, Most Wanted and Carbon had, you know? Underground. And I'm not hating, all right? I don't want to hate, because I actually do like those other Need for Speed games. You know, Most Wanted was pretty decent. Heat was fun. However, to me, all right, this is what, to me, they just didn't feel the same as the other ones, you know? I'm not gonna lie. You know, you could say, Tony, that's like the argument that you pull on people for Cold War and stuff like that, you know? And it's like, no, I like Cold War. I like Cold War for what it is. It definitely is not BO3 or whatever, but I don't wish it was trying to be, you know? I don't want it to try and be BO3. I want Cold War to be its best self, as corny as that sounds. You feel me? This can't be illegal! Local man commits suicide over the Binding of Isaac, dog. That's the only way to spin this! Nah, bro, you gotta kill yourself. You got to, right? You might think I'm stupid, but we need leech, bro. We need leech for the health. Local man kills himself over Binding of Isaac because this game is fucking garbage. What was that, bro? What was that room, man? How do you spin that any way positive? That shit was awful. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Whatever, man. I don't even fucking care. We have no way to reroll that. We have no way to reroll this. Or this is good, actually. Increase knockback. What does this shit even do? The worst thing ever created. PhD would be good. Okay. Just casually looking at what I want here. Okay, but have mercy. Get off of me. Okay, perfect. Whoa. It gave me like a Sheol guy, or no, like a Gehenna guy. Hello? Does it depend on where you Book of the Dead? Like it gives you different people? It's not giving me like the Cubone dudes anymore. It's giving me Gehenna dudes, which I am 100% A-okay with. Those guys are chill. Not really chill, but you know, they're good. They're good. They're strong. That's what I mean. They're strong individuals. Oh God. Not bad. Hold on. Wait. He's kind of cooking. Oh God. 2 enemies that have armor, bro. Actually, I just realized. 2 enemies that have armor, an Esau that breaks through armor like freaking nothing, bro. Like nobody's business. Look at that peak, bro. Thank you, brother Esau, alright, for doing your best. Spectral Tears, beautiful. I kind of want PhD, but a part of me is also like, for what purpose, I guess. You feel me? This might sound stupid, but like, why? What do I gain from PhD here? Especially so late. That's the kind of real question I have. Let's re-roll it. I think it's too late to be having PhD be like useful, is what I'm trying to say. So let's just not try and make it useful. Jesus Juice. Havoc could be really good. Oh no, I don't have money! Tony, you dipped. A dime. Nope. Is that it? Is that it? Are we done? Nah, come on. Yeah, that's alright. That's it. That's it. We're done. Imagine I went back up to go fucking into the thing and I just died. Dude, that would have been so annoying. But, my bad. I feel like I've actually been not talking about, or I feel like I haven't been talking about much. I'm trying to think back on what I've been yapping about, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel like it's nothing. The rare Tony, like, shuts up episode? Hold up, question mark? His writing could be this fire? Okay, before I stopped talking for a second there. Last I remember is you need, oh, Need for Speed Most Wanted, man. I remember now, I remember. All right, look, I'm not opposed to acknowledging that new games aren't as good as old games, but they're still good in their own right. And I will say, I think I kind of agree. The only game I don't see that with is like, I feel like Most Wanted, you know, the new Most Wanted, not the old 2005 Most Wanted, but the newer one. That one I have an issue with because in my mind it's like, how dare you bear his name, you know? How dare you stand where he stood? In my mind, I'm thinking like, you'll never be him, bro. So why even bother trying to take his name, take his title? You'll never be him. That is the one where I cannot co-sign it. Why did they also name it Most Wanted? I'm gonna be honest with you, I just don't understand it. Might sound a little stupid, but I'm being for real. Cuba meat, that was the best thing I could have gotten, surprisingly. Out of all of this, I'm pretty sure Cuba meat was what I was rooting for, bro. Speed up, not bad, before we enter. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I really wish we got Havoc. That would have been so useful for this fight coming up, man. Like, look at how many enemies we're killing, bro. I could have gotten so many bone dudes up. Whatever, we're fine. But the other games, though, I'm not opposed to the other Need for Speed games, is what I'm trying to say. But there's just something so goated about Most Wanted, the OG, that I just cannot get, like, I can't wrap my head around it, bro. That shit, I'm not even joking, like, genuinely perplexes me, dog. How Most Wanted is so good. Especially compared to like the newer ones. You know, maybe it's like a one-off, bro. They cook so hard, but like they can't reproduce the recipe. But god damn it, I love that game, alright? I will let that be known 1000%. It's god damn it, I love Need for Speed Most Wanted, alright? I do not care who knows it. It's just so peak of a game. Not too shabby. Come on. Not bad, Tony. Oh, I thought that would have cut through him. That's stupid as hell. I'm kind of making bad plays here. Let's not die. All right, let's not die before I win. If I win, hold up. Tony's using the incorrect language. He's saying before I win. He's not having doubt in himself. Doubt is the way a human grows or whatever, right? Or some shit, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I'm just yapping. I'm just trying not to die right now with so much happening on the screen. Oh, we did it. Let's go! Anyway, Need for Speed is such a good game. That's all I gotta say. Most Wanted is such a good game. Short episode, but hey, I fucking did it! Anyways, want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.